Charlotte by 2. LeBron drives again down the middle. Slam dunk! Just an absolute thunder dunk by LeBron.
He's up to second place, but Russell backs out of it. And Verstappen roars around the outside to take the lead in spectacular fashion. Unbelievable.
He finds Luka to beat the clock.
All about basketball, Formula One, cap stuff, pop culture, and much more. Welcome to Mojito Talk with Tony Vega.
What's up, everybody? Thank you all for tuning in. This is the Purple and Gold Mines channel. Yes, people, that sometimes gets confusing. This is a Mojito Talk episode brought to you by Purple and Gold Mines. We are Purple and Gold Mine members. You can follow us on Purple and Gold Mines at PGM in Twitter. So yeah, a lot of work to do with the intro, but just so people are aware, we are also part of PGM. So, but anyway, want to thank you everybody for tuning in. Thank you everybody for having the opportunity of listening to the voice of my co-host Keith Brown. KB Brown. What's up, bro?
KB Brown 22. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
How you doing?
What's up, bro? I'll say this for now. Last episode I crashed out. I crashed out on Mr. Goodwin's news, and it was a doozy by a large margin. I did not want to crash out that way. My reaction was, and let me be clear with everybody, was more of a it was just the fact that a lot of time was invested into one episode, and for us not, it was a rookie mistake. Honestly, it was a really rookie mistake. So do you have your notifications on?
I do.
Okay, so we are set for this episode. So at all the storm that happened with Goodwin's waiver, Lakers officially signed Marcus Smart. So first topic of this conversation is actually your thoughts about the Lakers roster. So Lakers have finalized waivers. They've actually, They actually signed Marcus Smart, and he's officially a Los Angeles Lakers. And now we have 14 guys in this roster. What are your thoughts on those 14 guys on this version of the Los Angeles Lakers going into the, in the midst of the offseason?
We're a bit overloaded right now. Getting Marcus Smart kind of negates exactly. We're kind of I think we're overloaded at the guard spot just because we have Marcus Smart, and it just kind of pushes Gabe Vincent out the way because he can do what Gabe Vincent can do, but better. I don't know when it comes down to this year, is he shooting better than Gabe Vincent? I don't know. You have the stats. You are the true shooter when it comes to stats. But for me, yeah, I had to throw that in there. But for me, it's just I think a little overloaded there. Unlike other people, I still want to give Dalton Connect a shot. I don't really give the summer league a big old he's done, it's over, trade him. I do think he can. I still say, like I said when he was drafted, he was probably one of the, if not the best shooter in last year's draft, just based on how he can shoot. But
yeah, that is yeah. So he is. You know what? I don't have the stats in front of me, but yeah, I will say the Marcus Smart signing kind of the first thought of it's just we finally got a DPOY in one of his again 3 years ago or so. I could be wrong in years, but in this he was a DPOY. He was a defensive player of the year. So it's kind of hilarious, and it's kind of it's kind of sad, really, when you think about it. Like from that point and to the point where he got bought out, and now we have a defensive true POA. He is by far, in my opinion, better than Gabe Vincent. It just made all the sense. Like it's just a no-braining, like it's a no-brainer signing. So like it makes this thing where it's like I crashed out because of Goodwin, and it was because like I wanted a trade more than anything else. It wasn't really about the player. It's like Goodwin was a good player to retain as a third string, but it wasn't where it's like, would you waive him if it meant to get Marcus Smart every day of the week, every single, like that's a no-brainer call. I think the roster is better, and I think the roster has some glaring issues that we'll probably dive into right now. But going back to it, your question was about Marcus Smart in terms of his shooting, right? So currently for the past season, he shot 34.8% from three-point land. He shot 39.3 from the two. He averaged 9 points, 2 rebounds, 3 assists, 1.1 steals per game. Again, just so people understand, he has 1 DPOY, all defensive, 11-year guy. Most of his career was in Boston. So Boston fans suck. No, anyway. But hey, your loss, our game. That's all I'm gonna say. But to a certain point, you kind of have to see this, how it pans out, because my thoughts about being bloated is more because now I feel like we have certain players that play the same type of role now. Does that make sense? Like we got Goodwin, who operates. He was our only POA last season, which is crazy to say, but it's the facts. Like he was our POA. Now we have Vando, who wasn't our POA last season because of the construction of the roster, but he has the capabilities to be one. And I mean, Bronny James, which we're not going to really see him. So he's just our third stringer. So I'm just looking at this and it's like, okay, what the construction of it feels a bit wonky. Like, do you start Marcus Smart? Do you keep on Rui? Like that's been the discussion in Lakers Twitter. So what's your thoughts, KB?
It doesn't make sense starting Rui now that we have Marcus Smart. It just doesn't, because he does the same
doesn't,
thing.
right?
Yeah, he does the same thing what LeBron does, but LeBron is more athletic than Rui still, and it's kind of embarrassing because he's 40 and Rui's damn near mid-30s. He's in his mid-20s, or late 20s.
Crazy when you think about it.
Exactly. So just thinking about that, I do think I would move Rui to the bench, but again, people can keep like bypassing this if they want to. Rui mentally, I don't think can handle it. I hope he can. Like, I hope he matured. But if he does show that he can come from the bench, that shows a whole lot of maturity from him.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think, but we kind of have a sample size of what he was coming off the bench. It wasn't bad, but it's just so low volume. Yeah. And then the other part is you have him come off the bench. What is LaRavia to you? And then if it like to a certain point, then you have Kleber. Then you have Hayes. Like, is Hayes going to be your third string center and you're going to start using Kleber more as your small ball 5? Because that's the other thing where it's like you look at the roster and it's like, what are you trying to achieve here? Are you trying to achieve a balance between because I always wonder this. What's Aiden to you? Is he a drop big? Is he a switch big? Is he a mobile big?
I want to say mobile / drop big. I don't know if he can switch on to different positions. I've never seen him guard smaller positions.
I think he can switch. I think he's more comfortable doing a little bit of both. Doing a little bit of a hybrid style of like if he needs to switch, he'll switch. If he needs to, like he actually has some good metrics in terms of being on the perimeter, believe it or not, which is kind of cool. But at the same time, you have now a drop big. You now have a true point of attack defender. I don't see a world where Smart doesn't start.
That's what I'm saying.
It's crazy, right? Like it just
very
doesn't
because
make sense.
it's not just the Rui thing. It's JJ. JJ, what he said when he first started, continuity. Now, if we're talking continuity, I don't know if he's changed. Maybe he grew as a head coach. But if he's really changed, then he's not going to go with the core 4 plus Aiden. You put the best available starting lineup you can, and that involves Smart starting. I don't know what we're going to do with our backup point guard. Maybe that goes, and I know people will be like, "Whoa, don't do that." Bronny Man's the backup point guard. I don't think that'll happen.
You really want to see Bronny be basketball?
Dude, I the only way, and we talked about this the last podcast. I'm not going to go on a rant. I'm just saying the only way young players can prove or develop is if you give them the chance to. You got to. You can't just put them on the bench and then put them in and just score. No, you can't do that. You have to give them reps, more reps. And I do think, Luka and LeBron just saying preseason, they probably play one quarter of one or one half of one game, and they're not playing any more preseason games. And then it just goes to Bronny and the young players. So, but
agreed. And that's I just have a hard time seeing it.
I know to be fair. It's tough.
I really have a hard time seeing that. But but going back to this, I posted on X or on Twitter a poll, and it's interesting the results of it. So let me add. Here you go, KB.
Thank you.
Do you see do you see this right now? So I do. So I posted it for the people who are listening to this on the pod. I posted 4 options of what Lakers starting lineup that would maximize everybody or everyone. And I think the question is a bit broad, so I apologize for that. But it's kind of so. Regardless of how you feel, I don't see a world where Austin Reeves comes off the bench.
Yes, we're there. We've been there.
We've been there, and I don't want to go into this because I'll probably spend like hours and hours of just saying why Austin Reeves from the bench makes no sense, and I'm just gonna spend I'm just gonna go like a tiny rant. So I apologize, but just understand that Austin Reeves and this idea that he is a Ginobili-esque player is saying, does Austin Reeves need limited time? Does Austin Reeves need who is the better player than Austin Reeves to man that shooting guard position? Who is a better chaser than Austin Reeves currently? Can he handle the ball? Because again, people have been harping on going, and by the way, it's not even, I don't even think it's been 24 hours since the recording of this that Marcus Smart is officially a Laker, and people already want to put Austin Reeves in the bench with this combination of having Smart, having Vando out there next to Luka, LeBron, and Aiden. And I honestly, for the life of me, don't understand the necessity of doing that. Seeing that name me the 5 best players the Lakers have currently, KB. Name me the 5
best players as of right now. To me, it's Luka, AR, Bron, Aiden, Smart. Those are the 5 best players.
And those are by no order. That's just the top 5 Lakers. And you're trying to tell me that you won't play your top 5 starting? And what are you going to do closing? Are you going to put Austin in the bench and just, hey, because we want to let one liability not be there? I'm just saying, for a guy that's in a contract year, you do not want to have that headache and that situation. It just makes no sense to me. So if you're in that camp, I respect your opinion. I get it. I just don't see it. And I don't think the Lakers see that either. So again, the best team is with Austin and Luka together. Now, does that mean that they're the best fit together? I don't think so, but we're about to see. It may be a time where it's like, this is the season, this is the moment that we're going to find out if it truly is.
Right.
But I believe that you have to go with the best talent. And right now, those are the 5 best talented players on this team that makes sense. So yes. I just don't see why that's not your starting 5. So I get it. I understand it. And also, there's this notion that Luka, like this 3-guard lineup, makes no sense. But anyway, the people have spoken, or the majority of them, 57% say A, which is Austin, Smart, Luka, LeBron, and Aiden. That's great. I think that is the best maximum. I think depending on matchups, to be fair, because playoffs, you never know. You may need more size to deploy. Yeah. So maybe a Vando comes into play. Maybe a Laravia comes into play. Like, there's certain matchups where you either need speed or you need some sort of, you understand what I'm trying to get at? Like, playoffs is all about matchups. So a starting lineup can change on a dime in the playoffs. But for the regular season, I feel like that makes the most sense. Starting Smart, you can run your drop. You can have a good balance. It kind of balances out the team to a certain point. What's your opinion? Do you agree with this, Paul, or
I do?
Would you have chosen something different?
No, I mean, if I'm just going to be point blank, I chose A. The reason why it's just because it just complements the team better. It gives you that nitty, hard-nosed defender, point of attack defender that you need, especially open in the season. We would love to see Marcus Smart dive after a fucking loose ball. Getting it and trying. Yeah, I mean, when somebody's not trying to go after it, he's going, just trying to get after it. So I'd love to see that. Like I said, Rui and LeBron do the same thing, just LeBron does it better, even at 40. So
Yep. And I totally agree with that. And also, just for the listeners that are tuning in to listen to this and don't have the power of YouTube on their side. So options are A, Austin, Smart, Luka, LeBron, Aiden. B is Smart, Luka, Rui, LeBron, Aiden. So Austin's in the bench. C is Austin, Luka, Rui, LeBron, Aiden. And D would be Smart, Luka, Laravia, LeBron, Aiden. You can flip that to Vanda, to be fair. I think people have been commenting on that. But the majority, 57% say A, 18% say B, and C. And by the way, this poll right here where it says, like, would you start Vando, that I made, has 73 votes, and it's closer than I would have guessed, to be fair. Like, I know, like, am I tripping to say, like, I know this is the summer off season, bro. We've seen the Ben Simmons highlight reel saying, like, look at his working on his threes, all that. Now you have Vando, doing a little bit of everything, looking good. Do you buy that? Do you buy like that hype?
So I would say this: if he does improve on his shooting all around from 3, within the perimeter near the key, I would say yes, I believe. But this is the first true off season he's had when he's not rehabbing. He's more of just training. So this is actually his moment in time to show what he's got, because the payday he got when we gave him the extension, that's one thing. But now it's more of like, what can you show you've been working on during the summer? And he's going to try to take a whole bunch of threes when preseason starts. That. So
you know what? I'm of the opinion, and maybe I'm wrong, but I'm of the opinion I don't need Vanda to shoot threes to be effective. By the way, would be amazing if he did. I'm not saying that I don't hear what I'm not saying. Like, I want Vando to shoot threes, but I don't think it's a requirement. Like, bro, just imagine Vando doing a pick and roll with Vando, being able to be some sort of, if he can get some sort of verticality to him. Let's say if he can regain, because he had foot surgeries on, like, he had both legs with surgery. So just imagine if he can gain any sort of verticality where it's like he can leap now, where he can finish, he can have some sort of lob threat. Again, this is very optimistic viewpoint,
Right.
but if he can finish around the rim, if he can if you can increase, like if he can make a layup, bro. You just need him to make a layup. If he can
Yeah.
make a layup in a consistent basis, he is undeniably playable. And I have a hard time choosing between Laravia and Vando if Vando is actually being impactful on the offensive end. And when I say impactful, like the bar is so damn low. Like it's so low, but it's if he can clear it, I think you have a player there that you can play in the playoffs. And I think that's the important thing because he gets played out of the playoffs because of his offense, not because of his defense. So I agree. And looking at the roster, looking at the starting lineup, looking at all that, Marcus Smart does create some sort of like imbalance, but also slots, weirdly enough, slots everybody correctly. I think that the one man out that I struggle to make heads or tails in terms of like where they're at is Gabe Vincent. Like I struggle. I'm actually, let me see if I can pull this up, but I'm trying to do have you seen those minute spreads? Like
Oh, no, I have not actually.
no. So I was playing around trying to do one.
Okay.
But let me see if I can. Oh boy, it's not working. Wait. Great. Give me 1 second. I actually had this. Oh, here we go. Sheets. Yeah, I was doing this at lunchtime, and I was like, I can't see how. Like it's a very good. Oh boy, why isn't this working? I feel like, like when you're a dinosaur, when you hit certain age in your life. And by the way, for those users that are like in their 20s, in their teens, and whatnot, they're like, "What is this dude talking about?" I'm just telling you, bro. Like technology, for some reason, starts fighting you above 30. Like I don't know why, it just starts fighting you. But anyway, let's see if this works here. And let me see if I can share. Actually, 1 second. So, why isn't this working? Here we go. Technology sucks. But for all those who are like, oh, here we go. Nice. Share this tab, and here we go. Haha.
Oh wow.
Yeah, detailed, isn't it?
Very.
So, yeah. I started. I have not finished. So
Okay.
if you see this, people, this is actually a rotation tool. It's actually provided it's a free tool. You can actually have access to it. It's I think it's a tool that B-Ball Index uses. There's a bunch of them. There's online, you can create a few, but this one I'm trying to play around with it. It's with everybody in the roster right now, and currently how I have it structured, I'm having a hard time placing where Gabe goes. So for instance, so this is quarter one, and by the way, I'm gonna do my best for those listeners, but what I'm trying to say is like in quarter one, I have Luka Doncic, LeBron James, Austin Reeves, Marcus Smart, DeAndre Ayton. Number 6 would be Rui Hashimura coming off the bench.
Got it.
Then I have Jake LaRavia coming off the bench. So that's number 7. Then I have Gabe Vincent and Maxi Kleber. So that would be 8 and 9. And that's where it's like, I'm trying to find time for Thiero, for Hayes. If you're running a 9 to 8 man 9 to 8 man rotation, this makes sense. When you're trying to run a 10 to 11 man rotation, I find it pretty hard where to slot people. You see what I'm trying to say? Like for instance, here, like at the end, like who's gonna be the point guard? Is it gonna be Austin Reeves or is it gonna be LeBron? Like, or is it gonna be Gabe Vincent? Or does Gabe Vincent even play? And do I slot the Gabe Vincent role for a more athletic guy like a Thiero to give him burn? Do you see where this gets a little like Vanderbilt?
I do.
I have zero time for him right now.
Sheesh.
So what I'm trying to get at is like building out the rotation. I feel like there's going to be, I think Gabe Vincent or Jared Vanderbilt and maybe Jackson Hayes. I think they may not, like two of them may not get playing time in the regular season, or one of them. Like they can catch DMPs left and right.
If we keep Kleber, it does. If we keep Kleber, I think Jackson Hayes doesn't really see the floor like that. Like you said, I think it will be matchup based. But for those that are not on YouTube, he has, just for subbing in, for what I'm seeing, he has Rui subbing in for LeBron, so that's right at the power forward spot. We have Jake LaRavia subbing in right at the small forward spot. And then we would have Gabe Vincent, the shooting guard, and then Kleber would be the replacement center for Aiden. So that is very interesting, I will say. If I had to think about it and the way they're going to go, I think it's going to be, they're going to slot Gabe Vincent at the point guard position. Because if you're thinking about all of, like, if no Smart, if no AR, if no Luka, the only person that's going to be equipped to handle the ball out of everyone right there, it's going to be
But
Gabe.
you think, but that's my problem. Like, you think that having the ability to have LeBron, to have Luka, and to have Austin, wouldn't you think one of them would be on the court at all times?
I want to say yes, because normally, from what we've seen thus far, I don't know Luka's minutes. He plays the whole first quarter, from what I know. Yeah. I thought he plays the whole first quarter like we did.
So I have him playing until the 10-minute mark.
10, okay.
So like, 10-minute mark would be. So what you see here is like the first minute. So it's backwards, kind of like it should be 12, 10, but it's like the first minute of play, second minute, and when he hits his 10-minute mark, like 10 minutes played, then he subs out.
Got it.
So that's kind of like how I have it here. Like that's how this chart is kind of based. I still have to tinker to it because I just did it like off the cuff. Like there's a reality where like Austin takes a breather for like 3 minutes and then comes back and he's back in to be the point guard, like, or the shooting guard. Like this is kind of like what I have thinking of, where it's like LeBron takes a breather at the 5, like he plays 5 minutes, takes a breather, then comes in like around the 2-minute mark or 3, and then he comes in with Austin, and now you have playmaking on the floor. And then it's like, how much minutes are you going to spread for Marcus Smart? And again, this is only the first quarter, but it's how this is the part about it when you really look at it, where it's like first quarter is should be simple enough in terms of like rotation, but it's complicated when you have like this is a good problem to have. Because this is going to be the experimentation for the first half of the season, is seeing who fits where, like who actually does Vanderbilt fills the need, does LaRavia pans out, does like who works and who doesn't is going to be the biggest question mark, because there is a bit of redundancy here. It's just a matter of who actually fits next to Luka, LeBron, and Austin. So yeah, I'm very curious about this, but do you notice something looking at this now on paper? Do you see the issue? I do. I just, because the issue? Well, the issue with me, it's just, you just see when it comes down. My question is, it's just it's two. It's the center position, and it's also the power forward position, because I do see Jake LaRavia switching kind of like up with Rui, like he goes from power forward to a small forward, or a power forward to small, or a small forward to power forward. So I'm just wondering, can he guard big a forward like that? But no, he can guard bigger. He's actually accustomed to guard bigger.
Hmm.
Like a little. If I look at this correctly, and maybe I'm wrong, but I believe Laravia can guard a little bit of everything. Like he's done it before. I need to verify if that's true, but from my understanding, and let me see if I can find it here.
Okay.
By the way, let me here. You see that?
Yeah.
Okay, so right now, again, this is B-ball index. There's a portion of it that's still experimental, but they have player profiles, which is actually pretty nice. And they have a section here that says guarded, percent guarded. Let me see if I can find it. It's here we go. So right here, this part. So let me try to highlight this. So what this is not the lettering, like the grading is actually the amount of time. So A would be the amount of time guarding that position, not how well. Does that make sense?
Yep. And for those listening, it's a defensive matchups, positions defended. So okay.
Correct.
Wow.
So yeah, so percentage for and I'll use the percentile. The percentile would be better in this case. So 51 percentile, he's guarding point guards. 53 percentile, he's guarding shooting guards. 94 percentile, so meaning he's mostly guarding at percentage of time, he's guarding threes.
Got it.
So small forwards, and then you go to power forwards 63% of time, and then centers, it's his lowest out of them all. He doesn't guard them. So this is kind of like the outlook of what Laravia can look like in terms of defending. And if I go to, let's just look at Rui for a second, just to compare, because this is where like the issue for me kind of.
You just passed it. Go up.
Where is it?
Right there.
Here we go.
Yep.
All right. So here we go. So Rui doesn't guard guards. He's only 28 percentile. Shooting guards, he's 33 percentile. So that's horrid.
Oof.
He mainly guards power forwards. He's at 90 percentile.
Right.
Small forwards, he's 67, and actually guards more center than threes. So again, Rui guards down.
Got it.
And if you think about it, LeBron guards down as well.
So
Rui guards down as well. So you see where like Marcus Smart makes sense.
Yeah, where we'll need him most definitely.
Well, we need him because like who's gonna guard the perimeter? And to a certain point, even Luka guards small forwards. Like to balance out the starting lineup, you kind of need that. So yeah, to a certain point, that is something that I think. Yeah, I'm thinking the Lakers have talent. Undeniable. Yeah. Undeniable. They have more talent than they had last season. I think you cannot say otherwise. My only concern is just the level of athleticism.
Yeah.
And that's like I don't know if you saw it when I did the rotational part. I was trying to find ways to add Thiero. I was trying to find ways to add Hayes. I was trying to find ways to add some sort of, because Kleber isn't athletic like that. No. Luka isn't athletic like that. Austin isn't athletic like that. Rui is an athlete, but again, he's limited on his lateral movement. He's limited on his, like he actually is a lob threat. He is an athlete. He's one of the better athletes that we have. But it's just, again, it's Rui. Laravia, we don't really like, he's sneaky athletic, but he's not an athlete to that degree.
Right.
So when you really look, and Aiden isn't like this superb center athlete either. So I'm just looking at this and it's like, we are kind of still in a deficit, athletically speaking. I don't know. Do you agree with that, KB?
Yeah, that's why I kind of like when I mentioned in the beginning, like Preseason is going to be one hell of a time to just start experimenting on what you got. Because my biggest thing, just watching Thiero, watching Jake LaRavia, watching Dalton Connect, all of them when they're in college, it's more of I kind of know where they're supposed to be slotted. But then again, this is the pro, so it's a lot different. There's a lot of pros are different. Players are faster. All positions are faster. The game's quicker. But with Thiero, like I would literally the assignment I would give him as a small forward or possibly a point of attack defender, get after him. Guard 94 feet. Let's see how you guard full court. Let's see how you guard half court. Like let's see if you can guard the shooting guard or the point guard first of all. The shooting guard, then the small forward. So if you can guard 1 through 3, then there you go. But you have to make sure he has the assignment and what he's supposed to do. Either on offensive, is he just a slasher? Are you turning him into a corner shooter? Or are you making him a mid-range jump shooter? You know what I mean? Or just a slasher, a pick and roll guy. But it just depends. Because my biggest thing is the thing that we needed the most out of the draft, in my opinion, was energy. So I think Thiero's position would be give us energy or do what Marcus Smart does. Because if you're thinking about his athleticism, he's probably second in athleticism to LeBron. Thiero is, I want to say.
In our team?
On our team. He's second to LeBron.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of speaks volume when you're comparing the rookie who's an athlete and the measuring stick that we have to him is LeBron James. We at 40 years old, by the way.
Yep.
It kind of we have an athletic deficit, and I think that's where that's where my problem is. Like with Gabe, that's where my problem is with. Like I'll say it even with LaRavia, with Kleber, with these even this dude, we haven't even said we haven't said shit about DK.
I know.
You saw that.
Yeah.
Where is there space for DK? Like,
yeah.
And DK is a bit sneaky athletic, but it's like,
yeah,
Bronny right now could be on par in terms of athleticism in the point guard department.
I'm just when I come if we actually if we actually do what we're like, let's list them. Athletic people right now. So we already got LeBron, we got Thiero. What you put DK in there? That's 3.
I actually would put Hayes there.
Okay, so
Number 3.
Hayes would be 3. So we have
LeBron, 4 would be Hayes. Rui.
4 Rui. Okay.
And 5 would be 5, I think. Oh man, 5 is tough.
Is Vando's not athletic, right?
It is. No. That's the problem about Vando. I don't know what because that's the issue with Vando. If he's not athletic, like we need him to be, like the 2023 version, or like that athlete where it's like he's 100% all the time, and like he can, like he has his burst back, his agility back. In 2023, I don't think I've seen him with a vertical. I don't think I've ever seen him with verticality like that. So I'm not sure he can regain that, but we kind of need that from him. We kind of need that athleticism back from him, or some sort, like whatever degree he can get back. But yeah, that's the problem. Like you just name all those, and the majority of them are in the third string, or they're like, I'll be honest, the other athlete that we have is a two-way. The other 2 athletes, like what Coloco and Magnon. Like
I like Magnon too. I like him a lot.
I like Magnon. Like I act. That's how. Okay. By the way, segue. Goodwin, thank you for your services. The Suns picked him up.
Sure did. And he's going to get a lot of playing time based on who the heck they have.
I don't think he's going to get that much playing time. But hey, thank you for your services, Goodwin. The thing that I like about Goodwin, and the thing that people have to understand, that sometimes there's certain fans that like when a player plays 100% and gives everything. And there were games where the dude gave everything he had in the regular season to win you a game. So I appreciate that. I really appreciate that. That's why I was sad to see Goodwin go, and I knew that he was going to get an opportunity, and the Suns got him. So all the success and luck to you. I will say that being said, I'm super excited about seeing Magnon because I just saw just whatever you can find on YouTube, whatever you can find, like, because I don't know of him, but he plays Summer League. I saw some of the California Classic, and I'm like, hello. It kind of gives me the GP2 vibes a little bit here and there. Like,
he flashes, and people said his shot's not that good. That shot is under development, in my opinion. He can shoot. I think he can shoot slow. Time. Yeah,
it's a bit. You know what that shot reminds me of? The Caruso shot when he was in the G League, where when it was slow.
Yep.
Because it was like he had a hitch where it's like it was too like he has potential. Let's put it. I'm not trying to gas him up to like, oh my God. Again, he still has to show, like, he showed something in Summer League. I want to see what he can provide in an NBA setting with NBA defense, with NBA players, and see if he can break out from that shell. Because to a certain point, that's what Austin Reeves kind of did. That's what players that are undrafted, when they're in the court with other NBA players, they shine. And if he can shine, I think he has a spot. Like, I honestly think he can play his way into this roster, if any way, because this roster needs as much athleticism as it can take. Like, honestly.
I don't know why. I've never been this excited about preseason in my life. I have not. So it's very interesting. Koloko, your guy Koloko got the two-way.
Yeah. And by the way, he was, full disclosure, he was not I was so skeptical of him. So and it's in a way that I'm like, I was not a believer. And I'm probably still a little bit on the, what's it called? On the not convinced category.
Yeah.
But I'm giving him a chance because we really do need a center to develop. We need, you understand what I'm trying to say? And he showed something. He showed the ability to rebound, block, and also like I didn't know he had developed some sort of midi and some sort, like, the 3-point shot is not anywhere near it needs to be.
No,
the midi is not where it needs to be. But he's trying, and that says I like that.
Same.
Like, I can see the vision. So if he can develop into something, he's also young, like, ridiculous. So two-way, by all means, go ahead. It's I have no problems with that, to be fair. I'm excited. Yeah, I'm with you. I'm excited for the two ways. I'm excited for the third string. I'm excited to see if DK can light it up again. Like, if he can survive the offseason, which, again, that will be the next topic that we discuss, and it's probably going to be a short one. But DK, this whole notion of DK, of the third string of the roster that we're seeing here, for the Lakers this offseason, and I think I'm in the camp that we're done. I don't know about you, but I'm kind of leaning towards, like, unless a deal manifests itself and the price is right, I think they're done. And I'm not going to lie. I would start Marcus Smart. I would bench Rui. And I would make a trade when the trade happens. Like, I would not, like, I would love to. It's just, that's such an important signing that they did with Marcus Smart, because I truly believe he's starter quality POA.
Not
and because he started quality POA, you don't need to find that in a trade. So now you can actually invest into, like, bro, our center rotation sucks. So, like, and by the way, it's not Aiden. It's just like
problems.
Sucks. Like,
I know, bro.
We're going against what is it? Denver has Jonas Valanciunas. OKC's weird. I'm not gonna even talk about OKC. And Rockets have like 3 centers. Like, Rockets look 3 deep in every position, which is insane to say. But you need depth to go through the season, and having Hayes as a backup anytime like Aiden is not there, like ew. And then DK, we need DK's offense in the season, but I don't know. Do you think he survives?
I think he survives. If we do end up trading him, it is what it is. Try to get some seconds back. I think you talked about that recently on Twitter. But I think he stays. Somebody that can shoot at that clip, somebody who dropped 35 points in preseason as a rookie, who could just shoot at a clip like that. You can't.
Less than 10%. I think there's a ridiculous stat out there. Cannot chat. You tell me if it's true or not. But supposedly, only 10% of the rookies in the entire league, in the entire history of the league, has shot 35, 30, like had a game like that coming off their rookie season. So
just saying, like somebody who can shoot at a clip like that, you cannot just let him walk. You cannot just put him on the bench. You have to give him chances to shine, chances to get accustomed to being a pro. Like, I understand he got traded and came back, but it's like, it's not like trade him, get him off my team, because I guarantee you, and people are probably going to kill me. Chat, you guys can kill me all you want. KB said this first, and I will stay saying this. The same folks that want him traded are the same folks that are going to be screaming his name when he hits a game winner for us, when he drops 15 or 20 from the bench. Like, I think he can be very useful from the bench. We just have to develop him. You can't just shoot him down. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I'm with you. I'm with you 100% when it comes to that. I just feel like the Lakers, they have the issue that, and I don't know, for those who weren't watching in terms of, watching us making the graphs and all that, because we had a rotation tool. But for those listening, just understand, like, when you look at it on paper, it just looks crowded. It looks like the pathway for Dalton to get real minutes is so tough, honestly. Like, I can see him be the 12th man, the 11th man at most. I don't know how you can fit him in this road. Like, I'm finding hard to find out how I put Gabe. Like, if I have which one do I choose, Vando or Gabe? Like, I think one of them is gonna get a DMP, and I would opt to go in for Vando only because I'd rather have the size and the, that hounding. It just depends on matchups, but it's like,
defense.
I don't know, and that's where, like, there's a part of me that thinks they may just go for a. They just may just go for a trade, because, like, there's no trade, I'm not that high on like, what's it called, like, I'm not that high on what's it called making a trade right now, because Pelinka, like, right now they're 14 players. Pelinka has shown, like, if a trade is not there where it's like it makes sense for them, they won't do it. Like, like, for instance, like, the whole, like, I mean, we have experience with this. Like, he makes trades that either, and look at all of our moves. What we've done so far is just basically make certain trades where we are, not trades, moves that cost us nothing.
Smart
that
moves,
basically, man. Dorian Finney-Smith and Goodwin was our cost to get Aiden, Smart, and Laravia. You do that every single day in the week, every Sunday, Tuesday, like there's no reason why you wouldn't do it. So I don't know. I kind of have a feeling that Dalton days as a Laker may not be looking too good, in my opinion. And I'm with you, KB. Like, I would love to keep the talent, because you can't just keep trading away, but I've entered the stage where he just doesn't make sense. That's where I'm
at. I guess we'll find out by the end of the summer.
Yeah, unfortunately, right? Before we before we go, I did wanted to say to so this is an offseason filled with a whole bunch of no a whole bunch of noise. Whole bunch of noise. And we're gonna have a pod just talking about that and talking about other things. For instance, we're gonna have a pod that dissects kind of like the West and the off season and kind of like seeing where everybody slots. Because again, the Athletic just dropped their rankings for the off season of which teams rank where. Hit the Lakers ranked 11th supposedly, below the Detroit Pistons, below the Clippers, below a whole bunch of teams that just don't make sense. Here's a caveat: the Knicks are number 2. All like Golden State, the Golden State Warriors are ahead of us, and they literally in their article it says TBD. TBD, and they're.
I know.
I can go on. I'm not going to do it on this episode, but I'm just saying out there. Don't fall for the bait. Don't do what I do. I fell for the bait today. I got mad. And by the way, it's fine to be mad. It's all rage bait, clickbait, but it's to a point where it's like, okay, this is ridiculous. It's, and even the LeBron thing with the whole doping situation, like the which Jeff Teague just went out and splurted out, just basically said that. And it's like, where the heck does this? What, like, why?
Weird.
And it's and then he says it's a joke, and it's like, oh,
say that verse.
You know what you were doing. So anyway, with that, I appreciate everybody tuning in. You can follow us on Purple and Gold Minds. That would be on Twitter or our personal accounts as well, Tony Vega or at KB Brown 22. Links are below. Again, if you haven't subscribed to the channels, please do so. If you are on Apple Podcasts, if you are on Spotify, please do us a favor. Leave a review. Leave some sort of rating. If you have questions, if you have anything, we will say it here on the show. We are trying to grow. We are literally 400 or 10 last time I checked on YouTube. We want to get to 500. We want to grow. We're going to get special guests here. We're going to see if we can keep on growing this channel. We also host watch parties on Playback. If you don't know what Playback is a great place to watch sports, baseball, basketball. It's a watch along party. Everybody can tune in. We can have fun. Join the community. Join the link is on the video and on our channel. Yeah, it's on.
Should be on our channel page. Yeah.
Should be on our channel. But anyway, with that, I will say thank you. Take care. KB, final thoughts?
I say a trade happens within the next 2 weeks.
You just have to end it there, right?
Have to.
You have to. Okay.
Little bomb.
Yeah. Well, that's the KB bomb. You know. Shit.
Hey, we're copyrighting that. We're
KB bomb. Yeah.
Boom.
That's the B. K bomb. Anyway, let's not say that too many times. We want to get.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Oh man.
Take care, guys. Stay safe out there. Peace.